day, folks. My name is Omer Ahern Jr. I'm from Plymouth, New Hampshire, and I'm here to give you the periodic report from Grafton County. I'm the Grafton County Commissioner from District 3, which includes the towns of Plymouth, Holderness, Ashland, Bristol, Dorchester, Groton, Canaan, up to Campton and Rumney. And so I'm here to give you a bit of a report. Since the last time I spoke with you folks, the commissioners have met 2 times. We met on March 2nd to begin the budget process. Grafton County is on a fiscal year. Fiscal year starts July 1st, and we have to have our budget, proposed budget, into the county delegation. Again, the county delegation is made up of all of the elected state representatives that serve all the towns and city in Grafton County. And so we have to have a proposed budget to the county delegation most likely by middle of May, end of May, so that the delegation can hopefully act on the budget sometime around the beginning of the fiscal year. So on March 2nd, starting at 9:00 a.m., the county commissioners met with the High Sheriff of Grafton County, Doug Dutile. We met with the county treasurer, Karen Leott Hill, and then we also met with the county attorney, Laura Saffo. The first person we met with was the treasurer, county treasurer, Karen Leott Hill, and she presented her budget, which is, in the grand scheme of things, not all that great amount of money that's involved. But her job is to take care of investing any excess funds that the county has during the course of the year, and helping to make decisions as to where to borrow money in anticipation of taxes. So her budget's gone up a little bit, but not very much. The next person to report is, again, Doug Dutile, the High Sheriff of Grafton County. He was also there with the Director of the Communications for the county, Mr. Andros. And in their budgets, and the Communications Center is under the auspices of the Sheriff's Department. And there are about 60 entities, agencies, communities that do use the county communications system. Plymouth has its own communication system, and I think Littleton also has its own communication system. So the bottom line here is, in the Sheriff's Department, his budget is going to be going up primarily because of costs of employment. As I think I mentioned before, the cost of the health insurance for our county employees is going up. We have an estimate from the insurance company of about almost 16%. And so county-wide, we're looking at a $400,000 increase in the health insurance line alone. So that's one of the realities that we're going to have to face as we go forward. Also, the sheriff is going to purchase another 2 new cruisers. They go out to bid. Every year, the Sheriff's Department purchases 2 new cruisers. They put a lot of miles during the course of the year on the cruisers that they have. The Sheriff's Department provides transportation for inmates from the House of Correction to any court hearings. They also are involved in doing investigations within the county. So they've got to have reliable transportation. So every year, the Sheriff's Department purchases 2 new vehicles. 2 of the oldest vehicles come out of service. So it's just trying to keep up. And we have tried in the past to go a little bit less than 2 vehicles a year, but the older vehicles, the cost to repair those, keep them on the road, has made the cost it just makes more sense to purchase new vehicles from the sheriff's point of view. The dispatch department, they're also going to be their budget is increasing primarily due to costs of the employees in that agency. And the county attorney's office, her budget is going to be going up pretty much significantly. The county attorney, Laura Sappho, has asked to hire a new assistant county attorney, and I'm not sure if it's a full-time staff person or a part-time staff person, but the cost of that is going to be in the $90,000 range to have a new county attorney, assistant county attorney, and a staff person. So we're looking in, I'm looking very carefully at the caseload of the county attorney. The county attorney also is involved with the drug court program, alternative sentencing, and there's now a new program called Felonies First that has been passed by the state legislature, and I'm concerned about the costs of implementing Felonies First in Grafton County, where it is a state mandated program, and I'm concerned about the constitutional requirement under Article 28A, mandated programs. That is under Part First, the Bill of Rights of our New Hampshire Constitution. Article 28A, entitled Mandated Programs. Article 28A of our New Hampshire Constitution reads, "The state shall not mandate or assign any new, expanded, or modified program or responsibilities to any political subdivision in such a way as to necessitate additional local expenditures by the political subdivision unless such programs or responsibilities are fully funded by the state or unless such programs or responsibilities are approved for funding by a vote of the local legislative body of the political subdivision." So when we have a new program being mandated by the state, I believe it should be fully funded by the state. And that's up to your representatives in your different towns to make sure that that's going to be happening. When they pass legislation and there's money that's involved, they need to make sure that the revenue funding, the revenue sources are there to pay for those programs. The last person to speak with us at the budget hearing on March 2nd was the Conservation District. We had Pam Gilbert, the administrative assistant, Gary Peters, Jim Seidel, and Linda Brownson, who are on the board of advisors for the Conservation District, come in. And the Conservation District has been around since the days of the Depression and the Dust Bowl, and is designed to work with landowners and farmers to maintain the quality of our soils and our land, and so that farmers and timberland owners are good stewards of the land. So I think that's an important program to continue to fund. In the grand scheme of things, that's not a big program to be funding. Then on Tuesday, March 7th, yesterday, the county commissioners met again for their regular county meeting, and we had Karen Clough, the Human Resources Director, came in and gave her regular monthly report, and that will be on the minutes of the county website. Right now, she reported that we had 2 new hires at the nursing home, 1 LNA and a dietary aide, and then the Department of Corrections hired 3 new correctional officers. But at the same time, we had 2 folks leave the nursing home. And then we're still looking to fill 1 full-time LNA at the nursing home. Actually, more than that, we're looking to fill dietary aides, a director of nursing. We're looking for 10.85 full-time equivalent LNAs, licensed nursing assistants, and we're also looking for RNs and LPNs to work at the nursing home. We had quite a discussion with the nursing home administrator yesterday, Craig Labor, in regards to the staffing situation at the nursing home. And Mr. Labor reported on his report that we have 128 residents in our nursing home, 7 Medicare residents, 97 Medicaid residents, and 24 private pay. We have a total of 135 beds at the nursing home, so we do have some vacancies there at the nursing home. But he talked about the shortage of nursing staff throughout the whole state of New Hampshire. Nursing homes, county nursing homes, private nursing homes. We're in competition with Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center, Cottage Hospital, Spear Memorial Hospital. But he did report that there are some nursing homes in the state of New Hampshire that have stopped admitting new residents because they don't have enough nursing staff. Grafton County, we are very blessed and fortunate to have some very dedicated nursing staff to help take care of the residents in our nursing home. And we're not, at this point, experiencing the shortage that would create that kind of a catastrophic situation for Grafton County. So again, Craig Labor, the nursing home administrator, came in and talked about recent recertification inspection by the Veterans Administration. That's one of several certifications that the county nursing home has to go through every year. We also get inspected by the state Department of Health and Human Services, and we also occasionally will have the a federal aspect of that, again, through the state of New Hampshire Health and Human Resources. We have a couple of, every once in a while, there's a little item that needs to be addressed as a result of these inspections, life safety issues, but we are usually very, very up to date with the requirements under the Life Safety Code, and the number of rules and regulations that are imposed upon our nursing home and our Department of Corrections is absolutely incredible. And as a result, there's a lot of increased expenses. Some of these rules and regulations are necessary for the safety of our residents and our staff, but sometimes I feel that some of these rules and regulations go above and beyond and create a hardship on our county taxpayers. The last person to speak with us at our meeting yesterday was the county attorney, Laura Sappho, and she was speaking with the commissioners as legal counsel to the county commissioners. So the exact topics of discussion, I can't go into any detail, but County Attorney Sappho was talking with the county commissioners about the next steps that the county commissioners should be taking in dealing with the Northern Pass issue. We do have another round of budget hearings coming up tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock up at the county complex in North Haverhill, Thursday, March 9th, again starting at 9 o'clock. We will be meeting with the Human Resources Director, again Karen Clough, about her budget. We'll be talking with the folks from the Alternative Sentencing Program. We'll be talking with Mr. Ruggles, who is the Information Technology Director, about his budget. We'll also be talking with the good folks from the UNH Cooperative Extension Program. And cooperative extension is very, very important to all of our residents here in Grafton County. I'm a strong proponent for what Grafton County Cooperative Extension does. If you're a homeowner, they help with food safety issues. If you're a farmer or a landowner, timberland owner, we have the county forester who will come and visit you at your woodlot and try to talk with you about some things that you can do to improve your woodlot. We have the state dairy specialist who is actually, for lack of a better word, a resident up there at Grafton County, Mike Lunak. So if you're a dairy farmer, if you want to get into milking cows, Mike Lunak is available to you up there at the county complex up in North Haverhill. Heather Bryant is the fruit and vegetable specialist. We have a pretty vibrant Master Gardener program up there. So I'm not sure if the Pemmy Baker television folks can put the telephone numbers for these different agencies on somewhere on this little tape that we're providing to you today, but if they could, that would be great. And I think I just got a thumbs up that they're going to be able to do that, so that's good. And again, I want to thank the folks at Pemmy Baker Television, Pemmy Baker PBTV, for giving me this opportunity to speak with you. I really appreciate this opportunity to speak with you folks out there in the public. And then the next item on the budget discussion tomorrow, Thursday, the 9th of March, the Commissioner's office and some of the miscellaneous things under the Commissioner's office. That discussion should be starting somewhere around 11:30. So human resources, alternative sentencing. Oh, alternative sentencing, what is that about? Alternative sentencing is kind of an offshoot of our criminal justice system. It's designed for folks that have come into contact with the criminal law, police officers, state police, county sheriffs, and they've violated the law in some manner, but they fit into a category that maybe there's a chance that through intense counseling, therapy, and other things, we can keep them out of the house of correction. If these folks are willing to own up to the issue that they, the laws that they violated, and they want to work within the program in order to improve their lives, they can get involved in the alternative sentencing program. Keeps these folks out of court, allows them to stay. If they have a job, allows them to stay working in the community. The alternative sentencing program looks to get these folks, if they're not working, into a job. And we're concerned about the overall cost of that to the taxpayers. And again, alternative sentencing, that seems to be a state program now. And again, my concern is, should the state be funding that fully and not putting that solely on the backs of the Grafton County taxpayers. One of the aspects of alternative sentencing in Grafton County is we have what they call the drug court program. And actually on Monday, I had the opportunity to sit in on one of the graduations of one of the successful young people that went through the drug court program. And to hear his story is absolutely amazing. To start from someone who has run afoul of the law through drug or alcohol abuse, and to work through that year plus program, and to realize his worth, his integrity, and what his contributions to society can be. His presentation to us on Monday was absolutely incredible, uplifting. The other 21, I think there were 19 people. There are another 21 people in the drug court program right now, trying to keep these folks out of the house of correction, keep them within the community working, but also dealing with their drug abuse issues, working with the case manager, working with the psychologist and therapists and the probation officers, because there are certain unannounced testing that goes on. But again, this young fellow is working, has a good job within the community, and I think we can be very proud of this successful person who went through the drug court program, which is part of the alternative sentencing program. So there's just so many things going on up at the Grafton County Complex. But again, we need to remember what is the statutory requirements for county government in New Hampshire. And basically, historically, and the county farms, the county homes have been around for almost 200 years. They used to be called the poor farms in the old days, in the early 1800s. But primarily, the county homes, the county farms, the county institutions are there to provide the Department of Corrections, the House of Corrections, for those people that have been found guilty under the law and they're serving a year and a day or less in incarceration. That's what the House of Correction is to do. and also that's where the pretrial detention, the county jail is located. So if someone is being held on a murder charge or some serious charges, they're not held down at the state's prison down in Concord or at the state's prison up in Berlin. They're held right here in Grafton County at the Grafton County Department of Corrections. The other big program that we have is the county nursing home. Again, we have a 135-bed nursing home there in North Haverhill, and we provide some outstanding care there at the nursing home. Good friend of mine has just left the nursing home after a period of rehabilitation, and she speaks very, very highly. Maybe many of you have had family members, aunts, uncles, parents, grandparents that have been residents there, and hopefully you've experienced the same results. Excellent quality care from the good employees that we have up there at Grafton County. And of course, the third big component we have at Grafton County is our farm and dairy operation. We have an outstanding dairy herd. In fact, our milk is so well thought of, and the quality is so high that the Cabot Creamery over in Vermont actually seeks Grafton County milk to make its cheese products. We also have pigs. If you're looking to buy some pigs for the spring and the summer, call Grafton County Farm. Our farm manager, Donnie Kimball, has a whole bunch of pigs he would be willing to sell to you. And we also have some chickens up there where we supply eggs to the House of Correction. And we also are getting geared up to have our vegetable gardens. We grow sweet corn, a lot of potatoes, beets and rutabagas and squash and pumpkins. So we have quite an operation up there in Grafton County, and I'm constantly looking at ways that we can increase the revenues at Grafton County to reduce the burden on the county taxpayers. So in essence, that's my report today. If you would like to talk with me, Omer Ahern Jr., District 3 Grafton County Commissioner, I can be reached at 536-2224, 536-2224, and my email address is omer.ahern.jr, the @gmail.com. And again, I want to thank the folks at the Pemmy Baker TV facilities for allowing me this opportunity to talk with you. Hopefully we'll see some of you at our meetings. Our meetings on Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock are open to the public up at the Administration Building in North Haverhill. And then Thursdays for the next month and a half or so, we will be having our budget discussions, and the public is welcome to those discussions as well. Those start at 9 o'clock, also at the Administration Building. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And take care. Thank you.